Hi Stitchy friends, it's Campbell Eccles. You've reached Stitch Therapy. If you're new to this channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm very glad you're here. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you, thank you, thank you. And it's great to see you again. Let's see. So my last video was about that die cut machine, and yes, somebody said, oh my goodness, you're going down a rabbit hole. Yeah, I am. But I've ordered a few die cuts from Amazon, and so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I'll post my cards as I go. So this is my last video in February, and February, as you guys know, is Black History Month, and I've been working on a sampler piece based on W.E.B. Du Bois' Paris exposition from this book. If you guys are interested in learning more about this, this is a really great, fascinating read, and I did a quick flip through. There's lots of beautiful illustrated colors in it. I got it. It's by Redstone Press, and it's called Black Lives 1900, W.E.B. Du Bois at the Paris Exposition. Okay, so the pattern that I've been working on that also has information, once you buy the pattern, they will also give you a little pamphlet brochure on the exhibit, is called Data Portraits. And these are actually some of the real watercolor data from the exposition. And but the pattern itself comes from Shaded Stitchery. And I showed this a couple weeks ago when I was talking about Black History Month and Maya Angelou, and I wanted to show you guys my finish. So it's been a wonderful learning. It's been a wonderful stitch to do this month, and I've had so much fun doing it. It didn't take me very long. I got a little bit behind because I've had I've had some personal stuff going on. I have bursitis in one of my knees, and I got sick. There's a bunch of flu going along. I work in a public hospital and as an outpatient therapist, for those of you who don't know what I do. And I guess, the hospital is under a mask mandate again because of this different strains of the novovirus that are going through, a couple of cases of COVID. And so everybody's hyper-vigilant about spreading germs. I mean, obviously I caught something because I was in bed last week, all of Monday, and then I was also in bed this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and I have Monday off, so I usually film on a Monday and post on a Tuesday. So anyway, not that you guys really want to know about my personal sick history, but anyway, that's what's going on. So if I'm a little froggy, it's not because of my cross-stitch frog, it's because there's a frog in my throaty throat. So, and the final for this beautiful 1900 exhibit, there you go. Yay! I love this so much. It needs to be washed. One of my viewers, Andrea C., sent a picture, and she is working on a quote by Maya Angelou, because I talked about her 2 weeks ago. She's working on this beautiful quote by Maya Angelou from a company called Salty Stitchers, and I will put their logo here and encourage you to go see them online. It's a really cool little website, and yeah. Thank you, Andrea. It's beautiful stitching, and I hope that if she sends it, I hope if it gets finished, please, Andrea, send me a copy of the finished piece. I would love to post it to show everybody your beautiful stitchy work. As always, yeah, I love it when viewers send me their stitching work. I love celebrating. I just love celebrating stitching. I just think it's such an incredible thing that we do. All right, so that's that. Next, oh, the last thing I wanted to say about this thing, the data from 1900s, is that I did a DMC. I changed the flosses because they were like GAS and like all these other threads that I don't know what they are, and I didn't want to like buy a whole set of new threads. So I did DMC, floss conversion. And if you're, I mean, if anybody's doing it, this pattern out there, these are the floss conversions I did. I will let you know that I think 3799 is a good dark color for the dark bits on here. I think that's good, but I think the brown, if I would do it again, I would do a different brown. The brown I used was 938. I think I would do a lighter brown. I think I did a medium brown instead of and I think the brown and the black don't really show up well together. So if you can see this, whoop, there we go. So that's actually, yeah, there you go. From the angle you can see the brown, and this, it's called charcoal gray, that 3799. But I think I would use a lighter brown. In the original pattern, there's a lighter brown. Oh, the fabric is 18 count smoky gray Ada. So if you're interested, and it comes out to be 5.1 inches by 5.1 inches. Anyway, all right, I promise that's the last you'll see of that pattern. I know I'm going on and on and on about that pattern, but I think it's fantastic. And I was so excited to be able to do that for Black History Month and to actually get it done, which was awesome. So I'll bring you up to date on some other whips that I'm doing. This is my temperature, tangle weave temperature chart. For those of you that have been following along, here is my progress on that. That's January, and then you can see the beginning of February. And I don't know if I can get closer. I love these colors. Look at those bright greens. We've had a lot of snow in February. We've had a lot of snow compared to last year, which I think we got one flurry, and we've had several inches this year. Today it's beautiful. It's like 45 degrees, almost 50 degrees today, so that's great. I am behind on this. So what happens is you get it in you get this pattern. For those of you who may not know what we're talking about, this is a tangle weave temperature chart, and I started it, you know, January 1. I am so far behind. Look how many days I have to stitch. I'm highlighting the ones I've finished in gray, and then this is all the, I have like 10 days of stitching to do because I was working on the W.E.B. Du Bois, and I was also working on Eden, and that's my last update. I wanted to show, this is a close-up picture of Eden, and yeah, page 42 is complete, guys. I am hoping that will be finished by end of March, let's say, maybe. So I could go down a rabbit hole of whips, I'm sure, today, but I'm thinking that I just wanted to show you a couple more fun things and then just call it a close. I don't want to make my videos too long. I want to say thank you to everybody that viewed the Stitchy Room video. That was the only video besides the one 2 years ago when I was leaving Flosstube. Yeah, the first time I left Flosstube, I did this video, and I got over 1,000 views. Yeah, see, when something dramatic happens, people watch. But I wanted to say thank you to everybody who watched the big reveal of my Stitchy Room. I got over 1,000 viewers, and I was like stunned by that. So thank you very much for that. I'm glad you liked that content. I'm sorry that most of my content is not as sexy as other people's, but you know, I was thinking about this. This is, my Flosstube is very much a personal kind of one-to-one. I'm documenting it, you know, because like maybe someday my niece, my nephew, I don't know, my niece, nephew's children, somebody might be interested in what I do with cross stitch and why I do it. And I sort of pepper my conversations around my stitching with personal stories and stuff like we all do. Anyway, but I did want to show you one more fun thing that I'm doing in 2025 that I started when I was working on Eden one night. I tend to have like a big bucket where I just throw my ORTS, those little extra strangly pieces that we have. So I decided, well, maybe, and I was going to throw it out, and I thought, well, maybe I'll just start an ORT box for 2025. So this is a giant tub that I got somewhere from some Amazon packaging of something. I have no idea where this came from. But I decided this is going to be my 2025 ORT box. And that all of the ORTs that I collect in my itty bitty little mint boxes that I carry around with me. And I have one that's magnet connected to the Eden pattern. I'm going to just keep tossing them in here. So far, that's 2025. I may have thrown out some in the first week of January. I may have done that because I was working on the temperature chart. And as a matter of fact, we can see if there are any ORTs in the temperature chart. But I think when I was first working on the temperature chart, there were some, oops, nope, there's some here. Da-da-da! So basically what I'm doing is I'm just, all of the ORTs in the box. And then at the end of 2025, we'll have a roundup. We'll have an ORT roundup and see how many ORTs I've stitched from all the patterns and all of the expected whips that I will be doing in 2025. I'm just looking at my stitching calendar, having just showed you my ORT box with the same cover on it. I'm looking at February to see where I am. I wanted to show you. This is my February calendar of stitching. And I was thinking about like what's coming up, what's next. My Eden page 42, I actually documented the days that I stitched on it, and that single page took 8 days. Last month, page 41 took 7 days of stitching. So when I do sit down to stitch on Eden, it goes pretty quickly. Like it's, you know, so I would not be surprised if I finished up Eden in March. Yikes! That'll be, I think I started it July 5th, 2021, I think, or 2022. I have to look. I have to go back and look. But it's been a couple of years for sure, and that'll be a pretty exciting finish. It's hard to finish Eden, actually. There's so many memories and so much energy in that pattern for me. So many life changes happened on the journey, and maybe I'll talk about that when I finish it. I'm definitely going to have it professionally cleaned and framed. So anyway, but yeah, it looks like February is coming to a close. I wanted to leave you not only with some metta meditation at the very end, which I like to do, if not for you, for me, for all of us. I think the world needs loving kindness right now. So for me, that's an important thing to close my videos on. But I do have a poem. This is by Carrie Jo Walker. And the poem's called Focus on Loving, which I think is appropriate for February, Valentine's month and Black History Month and all kinds of things that we need more love in the world. So, Focus on Loving, this poem by Carrie Jo Walker. Walking in the morning, I'm starting a new day. If worries come to visit, I let love send them away. As the day progresses, If it puts me to the test, I focus on loving and let go of all the rest. There's a greater truth that's not defined by me. I choose to see the loving, for love created me. Did I read that before? Sorry, I can't remember what I've read and what I haven't read. If that's the first time you've heard it, great. If I did it once before, maybe I needed to do it again. I don't know. I just love that poem, and I stuck it here in my calendar. Yeah. There's one other thing I wanted to do. I wanted to show you a piece of fabric I got in the mail. You guys, it's so beautiful. So this was from one of my stitchy friends, Deborah, and she sent me this beautiful piece of fabric in the mail. Isn't that amazing? It's 16 count Aida, and she dyed it herself. And I don't know how to do that. I really don't. She explained it to me. People have explained it to me, and there are lots of really good YouTube videos on dyeing fabric. But look at that. Oh gosh, Deborah. So beautiful. Thank you so much. This is going to be a very, very special stitch for me. It's gorgeous. The more I look at it, I can't stop looking at this fabric. I mean, I see things in it. I see flowers, I see leaves, I see trees, tree branches. You know, it's just, look at these. There's like leaves in there. I don't know how you did this. It's so, so beautiful. Deborah, thank you. So beautiful. Wow. Metta loving kindness is one of the oldest prayers that we have been able to find, and it was found and passed on about 2,500 years ago, and it is attributed to the Buddha, this practice of metta loving kindness. And so I'm going to read the whole thing for you. The whole intention of metta is to receive loving kindness and send out loving kindness, especially to people that we find more difficult in our life, maybe. And the intention behind giving ourselves loving kindness seems obvious, but sending out loving kindness to people in the world who we may be drinking the poison expecting them to die. Do you know what I mean by that? Resentment? Yeah. And then the last part of the metta is bringing it back out into the global understanding that all sentient beings need loving kindness. The whole world needs loving kindness. And so I'm going to do that metta for you right now. Metta Bhavana. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be well. May I live with ease. May I find deep joy. May I be free of pain. May I be free from harm. May I be free of suffering. May I be safe. May I be loved. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be well. May you live with ease. May you find deep joy. May you be free from pain. May you be free from harm. May you be free from suffering. May you be safe. May you be well. May you be loved. May we be happy. May we be peaceful. May we be well. May we find deep joy. May we be free from pain. May we be free from harm. May we be free from suffering. May we be safe. May we be loved. Happy stitching, you guys. Be well. I'll see you next time.